Everybody in the family has a dog except for me. Stephanie's like, why don't you go to the Charlotte Dog Club and look at some of the available puppies? And I don't know what it was, but we connected more than I did with any other dogs, which is a very nice thing with the Charlotte Dog Club, because you can come and you can see a couple different dogs and you can pick the right dog for your family. But lo and behold, Ruger turned into a monster. I let Ruger get away with whatever Ruger wanted to do. He developed some bad habits that were definitely my fault. And so I'm the one that really needed to be trained and go to training and learn how to, appropriately discipline Ruger and reward Ruger. And Ruger come. I mean, he was like a spoiled little boy.
Mark Bond, who is our coordinator for alternative education, thought, how can we best meet the needs of our students? And when they looked at everything involved, it was a dog, a service dog. They started talking to Andy, and then they called me one day and asked me if I would handle Jake. And of course I said yes. And so that relationship with Andy, I started coming down here training.
Always loved animals my whole life, always been into it. I just always got drawn back to dogs, and obviously it's easier to make a living training dogs because more people have dogs than they do lions and tigers and bears.
Before the training, we would take him outside to potty, and Ruger would be running here, running there, not listening. I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs, Ruger, come, and he wouldn't come back. It was horrible. It was embarrassing.
The dog was already trained. So then the second component of that, of course, probably maybe the major component is the handler. The handler has to be trained.
For me, dogs are fairly easy. People, they already have preconceived notions, and we're just trying to dispel what may be wrong and just put them down the correct path, right? And some people, what makes complete sense to them makes no real sense to an animal. And they think that just by owning an animal, it's going to happen. The dog will get with the program. And it's true, on a long enough timeline, that'll become a good dog. If it doesn't eat their house or chase the neighbor kids or things like that. The thing is that people buy dogs or acquire dogs, adopt dogs for a reason, right? They want an asset to their family, not a detriment. So when they go out, people say, what a well-behaved dog.
It was amazing, in 3 weeks, the level of training that happened. I mean, I couldn't have done that in his lifetime. And so we just fast forwarded this whole process to where, we don't have to worry about it anymore. Yes, we've got to continually to follow through, with the instructions that were given to us and all these follow-ups with the trainer. But, as long as we're consistent, I think that is the key, is consistency, and don't let any bad habits come back. I mean, it would have been worth twice what we paid, honestly, to have this dog like this.
My experience with Andy has been the greatest experience that I could even talk to you about, right? I don't even know how to really put it in words.